Good morning on this Good Friday.
It is Good
Mr.
Friday.
Dom Boyd.
Yeah, Good Friday. Fish Friday.
I was going to say, what delicious meal have you had ordered from HelloFresh for you to make for your meal this evening?
Well, none of them have got fish in, I can tell you.
Oh, hello, cat in the background.
Where is he? Oh,
On the window.
yeah, none of them have got fish, so I don't know. What will we doing?
Oh.
I'm not getting any looks off the wife soon.
Does that mean you're cooking then?
Might be a chippy. Fish and chips.
Fish and chips. That's what we're going to have, I reckon. Fish and chips tonight. So I'm going to sit back. So actually, no, I'm going to hide my hair because it's shit. Anyway, listen, I got really, really big news, mate.
Go on.
I paid the year's rental on the caravan site fees yesterday.
And that
means on the 12th of April, mate.
You're good to go.
Our new location in Windermere is open. Our new remote office.
The retreat.
The retreat, yes. The retreat is open from the 12th of April.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to have further details, please let us know. Right, anyway, Good Friday.
Coming from a caravan site near you.
Yeah. With the birds in the background.
Yeah.
So, anyway, this frivolity is a Good Friday. So today we're talking about change because I have to say, Dom, right? Although I wasn't on it because I was dealing with something else last night, I watched the replay this morning, and I have to say, mate, your session last night was probably one of the best I've seen you deliver to our group. So congratulations and well done, mate.
Thank you.
Bit of public appreciation.
Yeah.
It was a very interesting subject, which obviously we're going to delve into today. But I think it just, the delivery, the engagement was really good. And it was actually really good to sit back and watch it on a replay.
Oh, really?
Because quite often when you're live doing it, you're doing other things. And so actually, I just sat and watched it as a participant this morning. So there you go.
Awesome. Yeah.
But because of that, I'm now going to sort of say, I'm looking forward to hearing the concise version from you to see, the key points that we can share with the watchers and listeners today. Because I think, we talk about our programs quite a lot, right? And we talk about what we do, but I think this is a great opportunity to give them an insight of why you need to work with us. Yes, we'll settle with emotional eating. Yes, we'll put you on a path, but it's all about change, and it's all about making those changes. And I think this is a great opportunity to share some nuggets and some wisdom with people, and show them the value of our programs. And so there we are.
Yeah, and I agree. And it is change is pretty much, well, no, let me quote John Maxwell. In fact, change is inevitable, growth is optional. And growth or change is happening. Like, it's happening. The world is changing, whether you like it or not. Now, people who join the program ultimately are accepting change every day. We were once in that position. We're still in a position of growth, of trying to change, but they're in that beginning phase where they instantly want it to change, and describe it as like they're stuck in a hole, and they're not, they can see the ladder, but they've got to climb out and climb up to actually reach the ladder. And it's really difficult. Change is really difficult to accept. They just want it to happen overnight, and they're not, not that often. It's a frustration. It's an anger piece, which essentially is the resistance of change and in change. Now, we talked about last night. You got, in the simplest form, you got two options: accept or deny. If you're denying it, then you're resisting it. Then you're going to get angry. You're going to get emotional, and often if you're doing if you've got a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of stuff that you can't deal with, e.g. accept, e.g. change, then there's a lot of energy being consumed. Change is exhausting, so you've got a lot of energy being consumed, which then you've got a lot of emotion, and with a lot of emotion, you'll go to what you know. You'll go to your solution. For you, for me, the guys on the course, on TransformX, that is food. You turn into food.
Yes.
And so the quicker you can deal with, the quicker you can accept change, the quicker you can manage your state, manage your emotions, then you can speed up the response. You can speed up where you get to. You can climb out and you can reach the ladder and start taking steps. And that's what it is. It's steps. It's a process. And that's what we were talking about yesterday. And guys, when I started my transformation, and still now to some degree, procrastination is a form of denying change. And often, because I was so focused on changing myself and getting the right result for myself, the simplest of tasks became such a challenge. Like paying a bill was like, oh, I'll get to it, because I wanted to be the best version of myself today. And because I wasn't getting to it, I wasn't changing quick enough. I couldn't accept that change was going to take time. And then paying a bill just never got done because I was procrastinating. And that creates more friction, more wasted energy. You turn to what you know. So yeah, we went. That was sort of some context around it, and then we were talking about the stages. And the biggest thing, I think the biggest thing here that I want to highlight is that people have too much going on at once. They're running around trying to please everybody, and that's how we get in the mess. We're trying to please everybody else, which eventually comes down on top of us. And then when we try to make change, positive change, we want it to happen instantaneously. Yeah. When it doesn't, we become angry and frustrated. We don't accept, so we definitely deny that change is going to take time. And at the same time as denying change is going to take time, we get, which is stage one, deny is stage one. At the same time, we then become angry and frustrated at our inability to change, to get the success we want, because we've got unmet expectations. Yeah. We're setting our expectations so high that we never meet them. Then we're getting emotional, then we're getting angry, frustrated, which was stage two. Yeah. When it went, because this resistance, this denial, this rejection of change is so exhausting. You end up breaking yourself down. You break yourself down and you break yourself down until you realize this isn't. I keep doing this. Eventually you go, okay, I give in. I'll just focus on one piece, and then you've moved into, you're starting to look forward. You're starting to think positively about what you actually want to change. Okay, I can't work out 5 days a week, go to work, look after the kids, go to grandma's, go to nan's, go to mum's, do the side hustle and watch my diet, eating chicken and rice 6 meals a day. It's just not happening. So you focus on one or two areas, and you start, okay, I'm just going to go to the gym a couple of times. I'll get that right. I'll visit mum's. I'll change my diet a little bit, etc. And then you start to look forward. You start looking at positives. You start looking for inspiration in what you can do, and then you start to get belief. So you've overcome the anger, the low confidence, and then you're looking forward, positive changes, and then you've accepted. Essentially, you start moving to acceptance. You still have some resistance. You'll still want it to be a bit quicker, but then there's some acceptance starting to creep in, and then you make new plan, new commitments. But listen, they ultimately you've got 2 ways. I couldn't drill this home enough. Change is happening. You can either accept it, as Morty says, you can't bend the world to fit your picture. You cannot fit the world to you can't fit the world to your picture. It's happening. Either you look for the change, you look for the change, or you take the comfort road. Mm-hmm. And if you take the comfort road, change is going to happen.
Yeah,
shit's going to happen.
It is.
You can, I said it. I think I said it in a video a couple of days ago. You can take the comfort road, but you best buckle up, and you best be able to the storm, because you're going to get hit in the face a lot, kicking and screaming, slapped at every time something changes, and you're going to reject it. Or you can accept that change will happen, and change, if you're in the program, if you're in this phase of trying to be a better version of yourself, you can accept that change is going to take time, change is going to hurt, change is going to be frustrating, but look for the positive out of it every single time. Mm-hmm. And the more positives you can find whilst you're climbing out, and the quicker you can accept that it will take time, the more fulfilled, the more energy you'll have, as we said, more credit you're going to have. You're not going to be as drained. You can control your emotions, which controls your response. So
yeah, and I think that whole thing of accepting change and accepting that it's going to take time, because people who don't are the ones who then end up going, oh well, this is too difficult, I'm gonna fall off the wagon, or I can't make this happen, why isn't it happening quick enough? And then they end up sabotaging themselves, because they go, well, change hasn't happened, and then when they do fall or they do fail, they then go, well, I've set everything back. It's like, well, it's only one day. It's only it's like, I was just with somebody over on their calories. I was going, right, it was one day. It isn't going to progress is derailed. No, it's not good. One day is not going to derail your progress.
Yeah.
Now, if you let it fall into 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it will then. But one day isn't going to derail it. One day isn't going to make a change. If you're on a 12-week plan, or on a 90-day plan, and you miss by one day, that isn't going to affect your results.
100% no.
But if you let it affect your results, so if it lets you affect your mindset, and it becomes 5 days of the 90, yes, it will.
Yeah, if you sit on that one bad meal or one bad day, and you deny or become angry and frustrated at what's happened, rather than looking at the positive. If you become angry, then you're not owning the situation.
Yeah.
You're not owning it. You're essentially rejecting it. Yeah. But if you reject it, guess what's going to happen? Meal 2 is going to creep up. Day 2 is going to creep up. Day 3. You've got to own the situation. You didn't get it right. Something happened. But the quicker you own it, the quicker you don't deny it, the quicker you don't resist it, you can look for the positive, look for the inspiration. Find that, we were said to the guys last night, you got to review that, own the situation, review it. What happened? Why did that bad day, bad meal, bad week, why did it happen? Look for the answers. Look for the answers in there, because that's where they are. The answers are in the past.
Yeah. Well, as I keep saying to everybody who has a slip or relapse, there's a form there for them to follow it, answer questions, and you'll know where you went wrong. And as my favorite quote is, at the moment, mistakes 1 second's a decision.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you've done the form and you've done it, and if you are going to binge, and it's exactly the same reason the second time, you decided to do that. And if you decide to do that, you're not ready for change. And if you're not ready to change, as you say, you better buckle in, because it's going to be a shit ride.
Yeah.
And it's going to hurt.
It's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
It's going to take a hell of a long time.
Yeah, and I understand, right? And I've been there, and I understand the frustrations, but and when you fail, but if you don't make those changes, right? If you don't accept it and don't then take that control, basically, have it all done to you forever. Because you might just stand back and let the world just kick the living daylights out of you.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what happens. People, me included in the past. You go from denying into acceptance without addressing the anger, the emotions, the frustration, without looking forward, without going, what happened there? What have I learned? What's the inspiration? What's the motivation for next time? You go from A to D.
Yeah.
And don't do B and C, and then you end up in the same problem. You jump, that job to that job to that job to that job. Going, these jobs, they're always, it's never me. It's always the job. It's never the relationship. It's always him. It's never me.
It's never where I live. I never settle where I live. I never do this. And then you look back and you go, what's the common denominator in everything? The common denominator in a job change, the common denominator where you live, the common denominator in relationship.
We're talking about this. Loads of people on nearly everyone on our program. That's what we sort of talk about. Is it's never the diet. It's always it's never. It's always the diet. There's always a different program. It's the program. Program to program to coach to trainer to It's never their fault or that diet's fault or that eating program. It's always it's never the person's fault. It's always the blame's always them. And the quicker you just take it in, live for each day, live for whatever it's telling you. You've got to slow down. That's ultimately.
And as we keep saying, change is inevitable.
Yeah.
Life does not stay still. Because guess what, right? When you wake up the next day, your hair will have grown. You'll have shed how many layers of skin? Your body will have changed. You're already a day older. Even on the basic physiological things, you are changing daily.
That's so true. It's such a good point, because there's something I was talking about. People don't think about how much change happens in a day, but a lot of the time you'll deal with it and you don't even think about it. You've gone through all the stages. You don't even think about it. It's the stuff that we get hung up about.
Yeah. The
big stuff, but the shop being shut, the trains being delayed, it's change. You're dealing with change, and then you've gone to the shop.
You know what? I loved it when you talked about that, because you know what? I got shafted yesterday with train delays, but I have done enough traveling around the world that I don't even stress now. Do you know, if I've been sat on the train, right, and I've been there for like 2 hours, and they go, oh, child delay, and everyone's raging at the train staff, and you're going, they're in the same boat of us. You know what? You sit back, right, and you relax, and you go, hey, this is it. And then all you start doing if you're on a train, you're going, come on, right, it's an hour. Right, I get my fare back now. Right, it's 2 hours. I get 100% the train ticket back now. It's a free journey result.
Yeah.
It's like airlines. It's like planes. You're literally at the airport at a certain point waiting, just get me past that 4 hours so I get my so I get my compensation. Just give me my compensation.
Yeah. But
you look at the positives.
You got to look at the positives. What can you do in the time? What tasks do you never make time for that you could do in?
Absolutely, mate. Well, if you're stuck on that train, and it's free time, you go, do you know what? There's my time to listen to that audiobook. There's that time to just do. There's that time that I've never found to do.
Yeah.
And you've got to look at those gifts that they give you. But everyone's, why waste your energy having to go at somebody when they can't do anything about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's little.
Neither can I. If it happens, you can't do nothing about it. It's going to, that delay. You get to the shop, it's shut. You can stand outside kicking and screaming all you want, but the shop ain't going to open.
No.
So what happens? You quickly get frustrated. You quickly go through the emotions. You quickly start looking forward. You start looking for the positive. Okay, what does this mean? It means I need to go to another shop, or maybe I need that bag of sweets. Maybe I didn't need that pot of ice cream. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe there's a different shop down the road that sells a version of it, and that was what the sign is. So you look forward, you make a different plan, you accept it, and then bang, you've done it all in a heartbeat. You haven't even thought about that. You've made that decision in a flash. But when it comes to relationships, when it comes to fitness and our health and making changes, it's so much harder. People, but the problem is, I keep thinking about, the problem is that we've over years of going through different events, different traumas, we've got deeper and deeper into this hole, But now we're in the whole, we want to change. Now we want to get out. We just want to be out, like just bang. And we're not willing to accept that it's going to take a little bit of time. We're not willing to accept that it's, you know, there's a bit of patience that's got to come. We're not willing to plan the journey. We're not willing to have to plan it realistically so that we don't get unmet expectations. We just want to lose 2 stone. We just want to lose 4 stone in a month.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that. We just want to get it, you know, we're craving love. We just want a new relationship. It doesn't. Why do you crave this love? Understand that. You know, I just want a new job. Why do you want a new job? Because you want more money. Why do you want more money? Because you're trying to play catch up to the rest of the world, and then you're out of you're basically, you know, up shit creek without a paddle.
Yeah.
Because you've jumped into a role that you're not skilled enough for. I've done it all. That's why I can use these examples. I've put my hand up too many times. Because I didn't review, I didn't look forward, I didn't learn from the past.
You want, here's the money, I want this, but you don't understand the consequences of it.
Absolutely.
Well, I said, I've done, in our training on Tuesday, you know, people go after chasing after money. I think there's been a study says that once you get over, say, £60,000, right, a year, I think it is, it's all irrelevant, because actually that's the level. Every pound you earn over there either gets given to the tax man, or you're literally just buying nicer things.
Yeah.
Right. So people chasing this, you know, all you're doing is chasing the money to get nicer things. But in the process of doing that, are you putting yourself at, you know, harm? Are you compromising your values? Are you actually making yourself happy in that process? Because, you know, the higher you go, the more the less control you have. Yeah, and I quite often envy people. You know, when I see people, I'm going, do you know what? That's somebody who loves their job. I'm lucky because I love my job.
Yeah.
But I used to see people and go, God, it's just happy. You know, they're not even working. You know, when you see a farmer, right, and you see how the hours farmers doing, but you see the job satisfaction they've got. You know, whenever I'm in the lakes, I'm seeing these people. I'm going, that guy's not working.
Yeah.
He's not working. He's just living a great life. It's like, yeah, I get that. Anyway, so yes, change is inevitable. Change happens, and you decide how it impacts you.
Yeah,
and you either accept it or you reject it. If you reject it, well, be prepared for a whole load of shit coming your way.
Buckle in. You're gonna get slapped off, and it's gonna hurt. Yeah,
yeah. And then you'll still be back to square one because you still need to accept it. So you can either accept it and embrace it, or get beaten up a bit and then come around and I need to accept it now.
100%.
Well, you just proceed your hours training into sort of 30 seconds there.
Last night, didn't I?
She just said, right, accept it or just fucking be prepared for a shitstorm. End of session. See you. Yeah. Cool. Brilliant. Anyway, mate, what you got planned for the rest of the day?
Mate,
anything exciting?
If it's work, yeah.
Chippy tea? Chippy
tea. Nah, loads of work today. Yeah. I've got to do. So
cool. Good. All right. Well, we'll be back on Monday. Easter Monday. We can talk about Easter eggs on Monday, mate.
Yeah, mate. Easter boost.
Easter boost. Boosty boost. Anyway, thank you very much, everybody, for listening, watching. If I get so used to saying this now. If you're watching on LinkedIn or on Facebook, please put #replay in the comments because it helps with the algorithm. And Dom, please say something about podcasts. I think you should say this.
If you are listening on podcast, then share the hell out of it. But also follow us, and drop us a little review. That'd be cool. But if you can't be bothered to drop us a little review, just press the little like button, or share it on Spotify, or share it on Instagram, or share it on Facebook. Yeah, just spread the word.
Super. All right. Anyway, have a great, have a good Friday, everybody, and we'll see you all on Monday for the Easter Monday morning boost. Adios, everybody.
Adios.